So let's talk a little bit more about the greenhouse, which Sheryl calls a gazebo sometimes. I don't know why. Some of these videos,
brain.
My favorite are the videos, this is our gazebo. You posted it to stories, it's like 30 times. It's a greenhouse, honey.
Mom brain.
So anyway, tell us about your little fake brick story.
Well, I really wanted to get real bricks, but when I started to call around, they're like $1 billion. So we had this idea of getting the big box store 24 by 24 inch patio stones and working a little magic and seeing if we could get it to look like real brick. And I think we fooled a lot of people.
The greenhouse basically is supposed to hold, a couple of shelves worth of seedlings, but mostly storage. So we wanted to hide a bunch of stuff there. I didn't know what I was actually doing at the time. I didn't measure anything. This is one of those cut once, wish you measured.
Todd does a fingernail measure where he just takes his fingernail, sticks it in.
It's super precise.
And hopes that it works.
So you can't look too close at any of these things, but this greenhouse I'm pretty proud of. Turned out quite nice.
So here's a little DIY. Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to paint our greenhouse floors to make them look like old brick floors. So these are the floors before. We've got 9 24 by 24 inch patio stones, and I'm going to start painting. So I finished painting in all the creases, and I used some whitewash paint, just added a little water to the paint, and did a bit of a whitewash over different bricks to give it just an uneven look. So Todd added a bit more detail and some darker colors, and then we filled in the cracks with this easy sand, and we're just going to sweep that into the cracks, and then you wet it with the hose, and then it dries. And it seals everything together.
What are you doing? Stop it.
Autumn, and welcome back to another episode of Meet My Chickens. This is Evie. She is a speckled Sussex, and she lays these beautiful kind of eggs. Isn't her feathers beautiful? There's white, and there's green, and there's brown. So beautiful. I bet that's why she's called a speckled Sussex, because she has speckles of every color. She is so cute, and I love her very much. See you on the next episode of Meet My Chickens. Don't pet me.
We hope you enjoyed our crazy cleaning day video. Was that a lot of work, guys, or what? And in that video, you may have seen us cleaning out the hotel. Do you guys remember when we cleaned out that disgustingly smelly hotel? And what did we have living in that hotel?
Our meat birds.
Our meat birds. Yeah. So we decided to raise meat birds this year on the farmette. And when we got them, they were little and tiny and fuzzy and cute.
They were like this big.
What did you guys think when we first brought them home?
Well, I thought that you just got more chickens and that they were just going to go into that coop, but then you told us that they were meat birds, and then we built a brand new coop.
And what did you think when I told you that we were going to be eating these cute little chicks?
Well, they were so cute, so I told Mom that I would never eat them.
They were cute, and we did actually raise them with some of our other chicks for a little bit, but then once they got big enough, I think slowly we realized that they are different than the egg-laying hens, right? Because what started to happen to these chickens that our other chickens don't do?
They got obese.
And two of them ate so much that they couldn't even walk.
Kind of like these birds, they just eat and eat and eat and eat themselves to death, basically. We had them for about 3 months, and then it was time to send them to La La Land. So bright and early on a Monday morning, we got up and we loaded them all in their crates. And Autumn, do you remember what was happening?
All the chickens were jumping out when I tried to put them on.
So they were jumping in and out, but you guys were such a big help. And we loaded them all in the back of the truck, and I think even Nova was helping. And Autumn came with me, and we had an 1.5-hour drive to our local processing plant. And Autumn, when we got there, you seemed like everything was fine, and you even said to me, I'm okay with it, it wasn't bothering you, and then what happened?
There was this room where there was blood everywhere on the floor and on their hands and arms and on their jackets that they were wearing, and I got a little emotional.
We're here, and we're waiting in line, and other people have their birds. What's wrong? Talk to me. We had a long talk on the way home about that, and what did you maybe learn from that, Autumn?
And no one can waste chicken.
And I also learned from what Autumn told me when she got back that it's not good to waste. One, because you're wasting food in general, but I now know what it feels like to take care of them, to help like build them their own coop, to help them grow, and then like to see them just being like wasted and just thrown in the garbage is not a good sight to see.
And an animal gave its life for you to eat good chicken and good food.
So Noelle, you came with me the next week to go and pick them up. What was your experience?
It was kind of crazy to first see them as chickens and then all of a sudden see them in packages in the back of our car.
I'm not really a huge meat eater anyway. We're not really those people that eat meat every day. And so I didn't even know how I would feel about having our own chicken. But it's funny because I cooked a delicious buttermilk roasted chicken. When we were eating it together, I think it kind of started to make me think like where the other chicken comes from. Like when you go to the grocery store and you just buy like a random chicken, what did it eat? Was it taken care of? And you know, I'm aware of those things before, but I think this really hit home because we know how much our birds were cared for and we knew exactly what they were fed and that they had a good life.
I was like, I don't really know about this, and I had like a little bit, and I was like, okay, and then took a wing.
A wing.
Hi guys, it's River and I am going to be showing you stuff about my garden. These are called purple onion flowers. They grow really tall and get a purple bulb. You plant these bulbs in the fall and they come up in the spring. Purple onion flowers. See you next time.
Before we go, we grew some carrots. They're a little bit wonky, but we kind of love them. So, guys, what do you think? Should we try our wonky carrots?
Sure.
Okay.
Whoa.
They're so good. They're super sweet. Today, we're gonna be making my mom's banana chocolate chip bran muffins. So you wanna start with some nice, ripe bananas. I know you wanna give them to your chickens, but you gotta save some for the banana muffins, okay? So we're gonna smush these up. My husband hates any kind of soggy, wet, slimy fruit, so I have to make sure there are no big banana chunks, and I have to mush them really good. Honey, is this to your consistency? So we're gonna add all the wet ingredients to the KitchenAid mixer. So we've got 1 cup of mashed banana, or 2 large, 1 egg. This is a beautiful Orpington egg. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. 1/4 cup of oil. You can mix this up a little bit. Half a cup of sugar and half a cup of bran. So mix that up and just set that aside for a minute. In a separate bowl, combine a cup of flour, a teaspoon of soda powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. And then mix that around a little bit. And you can add that to your wet ingredients. Give that a little gentle mix. We don't want to overmix our muffins. And then throw in a cup of chocolate chips. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees and bake them for about 15 to 20 minutes. Keep your eye on the muffins, and when you pull them out of the oven, you'll know they're done when you push on the top and it springs back.
No matter what you're doing, work really hard and have a happy heart. Colossians 3:23 says to work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Remember that the Lord will give you an inheritance as your reward. And that master you are serving is Christ.